Welcome to the part 2 of the dives that we did in Kalmunai, exploring World War II shipwrecks that are hiding under the waves. Today we are diving the HMS Hollyhock. HMS Hollyhock was a Flower-class corvette. If you don't know what a Flower-class corvette is, like I was before the dive, it's a warship built by the Royal Navy during the World War II era, designed primarily for submarine warfare or for convoy protection. On the decisive day of 9th April 1942, Hollyhock's job was to serve as the escort for Athelstane. Let's quickly look at the backstory of this ship based on the reports that are out on the internet. Right past noon at 12:05, Athelstane was dive bombed by 5 aircrafts, each dropping a bomb. After that, the target was Hollyhock in a similar fashion. Planes flying at 3,000 feet, diving down to 300 to 400 feet to drop bombs. The first bomb strikes HMS Hollyhock at 12:08 p.m. and then within a span of 10 minutes, 3 other bombs fall on Hollyhock. The final bomb causes a massive explosion, likely the boilers or the 2-pounder magazine, or both, blowing up together. The entire aft section disintegrates. Within half a minute, HMS Hollyhock sank beneath the waves. While the entire crew of Athelstane survived, the attack on Hollyhock claimed 53 lives. With that information in mind, let's begin our dive. The ship sits at a maximum depth of 42 meters and it's located in a very special place. More information on that later. The shipwreck aligns perfectly with the reports found online. It lies in 3 distinct sections. The bow, which still retains much of its original shape, a solitary boiler positioned in the middle, and the stern, which has completely disintegrated into a scattered pile of rubble. We descended right towards the bow and started hovering at around 36 meters for the entirety of the dive. We first saw an enormous moray eel, the biggest I have ever seen. Just doing usual moray eel things, always cool to find one of these guys. And then we started scaling along the port side of the ship to see the abundance of marine life that is now calling this ship home. Well, we saw something what seems to be a toilet, and a beautiful toilet at that, with all that coral life. If you didn't know already, as a recreational diver, you can only stay for about 10 minutes at this depth, which is clearly not enough time to admire how much is happening around this shipwreck. As we approach the port side, you can clearly tell only the skeletal structure remains, a ghostly outline of its former self. After exploring the bow, we moved on to the second section of the wreck, the solitary boiler. Its outline is still clearly visible. Remember I told you that the shipwreck lies in a special location? Well, here's why. The shipwreck sits right on the edge of the continental shelf, starting at around 42 meters and gradually sloping down to 500 meters. For context, the continental shelf is a shallow, gently sloping part of the ocean floor at the edge of a continent, before it drops into the deep sea. You can really see the change in depth here, from the relatively shallow waters near the shipwreck to the steep drop-off further out. We then had a quick look at the stern, but there wasn't much to see. It's mostly rubble now with no clear structure or recognizable shape left. And with that, we wrapped up our weekend trip in Kalmunai. 2 amazing shipwrecks teeming with marine life. Truly a magical place to dive if you are up for it.